plugging your TV in at home, I mean, it takes like 2 seconds, right? One cable and boom, you are watching a movie.
Right. It's super easy.
But think about when that display isn't just your living room TV. What if it's, a massive array of 160 synchronized screens?
Right, like in a global command center or something.
Exactly. So welcome to today's deep dive, where our mission is to decode the colossal, completely hidden infrastructure making all this possible. We are looking at this massive catalog from HDTV Supply. They've been a global home for AV products for like 25 years.
Yeah, over 2,000 items in there. It's really huge.
It is. And, well, okay, let's unpack this. We're starting with what looks like just a basic wire. It's the DVIGear DVI-2315-AOC-M HyperLight 15-meter cable. But this one cable is actually a gateway into a completely invisible ecosystem.
It really is. I mean, it acts as the hidden backbone because when you look at the scale of these commercial systems, you realize we're dealing with monster setups.
Yeah.
Like the catalog highlights this Wolfpack series of modular matrix switchers.
And those are the ones that can handle 160 inputs and 160 outputs, right?
Exactly. Simultaneously, we are talking about routing everything from standard 1080p up to incredibly dense 4K 60 and even 8K video data.
That is wild. 160 by 160. I just picture like a giant digital train yard. You've got this heavy, high-definition freight just barreling down the tracks. And this switcher somehow has to route it to 160 different destinations.
Right, without a single signal collision.
Yeah. So how do you prevent a catastrophic train wreck with all that data?
Well, building on your trade yard analogy, the reason it doesn't collide is because the industry shifted to this thing called AV over IP. So instead of physical tracks dedicated to single trains, like traditional point-to-point wiring, it acts more like a hyper-efficient digital postal service. It takes that massive 8K video, chops it up into tiny data packets, slaps a specific IP address on each one, and routes them over a standard IT network.
Oh, wow. So the network's built-in traffic rules prevent the collisions.
Exactly. But to push that sheer volume of packets without latency, you need specialized pathways, which is exactly where that 15-meter DVIGear cable comes in. It provides the extreme bandwidth necessary to connect those massive network nodes.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But if you have this digital postal service firing packets to 160 different displays at once, how do you prevent a catastrophic user meltdown? Like, how does a human actually control this chaos?
You really have to build adaptable interfaces. Depending on who is pushing the buttons, the control systems scale dramatically. You might use free Windows 11 PC software, a mobile app, or they have their dedicated Wolfpad tablets.
Right, I saw those in the catalog. And they even use PIP and POP processors for video walls, ranging from a simple 1x2 setup to a massive 10x1 array.
Yeah, picture-in-picture and picture-out-of-picture. It gives users a ton of flexibility.
And they even have specialized DirecTV app integrations tailored specifically for massive sports bar systems. But wait, here's where it gets really interesting. You have sports bars on one hand, but then there's a dedicated government purchasing section.
Right, the federal contracts.
Yeah. These same systems are being procured through the federal GSA schedule and the NASA SOPI program.
What's fascinating here is that extreme contrast. The GSA schedule and NASA SOPI aren't just catalogs. They are highly restricted procurement programs that require intense security vetting. So the exact same core routing technology pushing Sunday football is also pushing mission-critical space agency data.
I have to push back on this setup, though. You're mixing government-grade security requirements with sports bar tablet apps while integrating tech from wildly different giants like NVIDIA, Dell, Bose, and Shure.
This sounds like a lot now.
Wouldn't mixing all those different enterprise brands cause an absolute integration nightmare for buyers? I mean, I know the source notes HDTV Supply has over 10,000 positive reviews, so they clearly tame the complexity, but it sounds incredibly fragile.
It would be a total nightmare if they were all speaking different languages. But that is the secret genius of standardizing on AV over IP. Because the data uses standard network protocols, it acts as a universal translator.
Oh, I see.
A Shure microphone, a Dell server, and a Wolfpack switcher are all forced to communicate using the exact same digital packet rules. That standardization is how they manage it. The underlying IP protocol ensures reliability even when you mix a dozen different brands.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Ultimately, the seamless public digital displays we completely take for granted are powered by immense, highly standardized technological ecosystems.
We are pretty much oblivious to the engineering keeping it all afloat.
Exactly. We only ever see the final image. So think about this. The next time you watch a game on a massive synchronized video wall at a sports bar, ask yourself how many invisible matrices and miles of specialized cabling are secretly working in the walls just to bring you that single image.